Test. Test. Okay, I can hear myself. So that's all good. Let me link the stream. Okay, let's get going. So let's see, what do we have first? Let me see if we had any requests. I don't think we had any, so we can get straight into. I feel like the indices are probably something that we should be looking at. So DAO first. This was the original idea. We had a target here at the 1.236 retracement of this original move, and in 3 waves. Of course, we had this as a running flat, where this last leg does not overtake the low of a wave, which makes this less probable. But again, it's a structure that is still commonly found. What else is there is a low here, and giving that divergence, so a continuation to the upside, like we had here towards that C wave. Now we had a bearish idea where we had this as a 1 2 1 2, but now that has been cancelled out since we have taken out the high. So let's get rid of this and think of something else. Well, something that comes to my mind here is that, again, C wave is always a 5-wave structure. It is possible that it started from here, where this would be a 1 2 3 4 and 5. That is still possible if we are looking this as a ABC structure like this, as a flat. We would have an alteration here with a potential triangle here, where this would be an A, B, C, D, E, and then we have a last leg here. So that is one option. Regardless whether it starts from either of these lows, you can make a case for that this is a wave 4 of that C. Currently, I am thinking that at the moment, but I'm not really liking the structure it's currently making here, so I'm not going to be playing out this as of yet. Let's see how that fits into the idea with S&P 500. So we had on higher time frame again a bullish structure to the upside. We were tracking this last leg over here as a potential 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 3 4 and 5, and again we did get that last leg in here, and this appears to be some kind of a diagonal. This, however, does look like it is extended into a very similar structures like we had on DAO, where we have some kind of 3-wave structure. Is it possible to have a 5-wave here? Of course it is. Oops. Where this would be a wave 1 2 3 4 and 5, and that could allow us to create more downside. Now, what else are we looking here? Looking at overall on ES, where I would be looking for pivots. This weekly around 56.68 is definitely an area of interest. Unfortunately, that does not overlap with any of the fibs, so I probably won't be trading this, unfortunately, because I need more or something else there. So Nasdaq, we had something like this as an idea overall. So a bullish structure overall here. Let's get rid of that so we can actually see something. Let's clear up any of this. Here we go. So 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 3 4 and looking for last leg to the upside, similar to what we had on ES, although Nasdaq definitely more pivotal and more clear. Some kind of 1 2 1 2 setup here on last legs as well. So 1 2 3 4 5 into that third, 1 2 3 4 and 5, and similar we're looking for downside again. I did not really label this out properly here, so that's how it should be. And we are looking for something like this. It extended to 1.618, it found support, it took out a liquidity level here, and now it's climbing up. Currently it looks like it is in 3 waves. This does look like it has potential for some kind of diagonal at the end. Doesn't really matter at this point, but again, it definitely can still be a 3-way structure like this. It actually looks pretty decent as is, but so far it still has a chance to go upside or more upside. Let's see if there is any. Again, I would not short this until we have one more low, similar to like if the price does this, finds support, gets back up, finds some kind of support somewhere, potentially even that new weekly there. But this area here looks really decent, 20,580 or something like that. Depending on where we are going to be pivoting, it is getting close to that 786. At the moment, if we don't create a new low, again, it would be between 786 and 618. So I'm not really interested in that either. But I'm going to be setting an alert somewhere in here. Oops. Just so I know what is going on in the markets. Nasdaq at the moment looks the clearest, so that's why I'm setting alerts only on that. Russell looks really bearish in my opinion here. This looks like some kind of pivot. I can't remember what this is about. This short. Maybe it was about this structure over here. We never created the clear ABC, or 1 2 3 4 5 like we have here. Let's see. This definitely feels like more of a 3-wave structure to the upside. 3 here, and maybe it creates a ABC structure like that. But this is definitely something that I might be looking for a short. Maybe even up at this daily. Setting alerts here as well. But that's Russell. Let's see if there is someone else. Stocks next. So what we've had, we were thinking about some kind of consolidation here. Give me just a second. So again, we had 2 options: ABC going up, or 1, 2, and 3, and that consolidation, and then one pump up higher, like we had this 4 and 5, right? On a higher degree picture, we had the option of having this even as an ABC for that W, X, and Y, or even a diagonal. That is the only bullish option. So let's see what we've actually had since then. I haven't actually looked at Tesla. I only had one alert, I believe, up at the top. This again does look like very impulsive structure to the downside here, but this does resemble one as well. We had consolidation. I mean, this would have been a really nice area to look for longs, since this is most likely just around 786. Yeah, well, missed that. Yeah, let's see the extensions where we're at now. We're still at the ABC targets, so 1.236. We'll see how this turns out. I'm not really a fan of these where we create a new top, get an impulse structure and a new impulse structure. So we have an impulse down, impulse up, but the issue is that this structure does not happen at a certain low, like dip and up, but this happens at the top, because this can be a continuation of something, or it can be a three-wave like so. And if this indeed is the start of an impulse, we would have another structure like this. But again, that gets invalidated very close to this top, and this top is where I would be interested in going short. Of course, that allows us to have a very tight stop loss, but this area has already been used like a as an area. So I don't know why this is doing this. Extend right, no, that's not good. So there we go. POC was hit. We got a move to the down, yeah. But yeah, definitely a consolidation area. You can just think of that as is, and we got price back into it, and then we got a rejection to the downside. Although it's not really that fast of a move. But yeah, you could be looking for maybe short up in here. Let's see if there's anything here. There is some old levels, old dailies that have not been closed. This is just some old levels here. We took liquidity from this top as well. There is definitely merit to here as well, and the 1.382 extension, where we have a weekly and a daily cluster, and that is definitely another area of interest. But then again, if we take out this high here that was put in place in Thursday 11th, we can confirm that this is not a start of anything, but instead it's just a scam, a scam impulse, so a corrective structure. Let's see, what else do we have? Really looking too good, that one. GME, very sideways. With the pump and dumps, like it retraces, like gets back into that like 50 to 75% of the previous high, and then it just continues to dump. That is very common if you've looked into those. Netflix. This does look like 5. The issue is, again, as it has made a new high, we don't know if it's going to be continuing higher or not. Let's see if there is interesting levels. There's weekly and a monthly here at the very lows. That could offer some kind of bounce. It's very close and tight in validation. So probably could be looking for a play there. Boeing. I think I was looking for a play on this. I did not take that trade. I think the reason was because this structure to the downside is so it's very similar in size. The angle is very similar to this previous of an impulse, which is again scary to take. Apple, very similar to probably Nasdaq here, right? Where we are at the very tip top now on dailies and weeklies, and this is just massive. Again, we still can be creating a three-way structure like this, and if we do, at the moment, if we create a structure like this and we pivot down here, of course we would need to like drop 50% on Apple. Does not really sound too realistic, but look at the previous prices that we've had here. That's 46%, that's 33, that's 38, 36. So these do happen, 31. But yeah, a higher degree ABC here is very possible still. But I mean, it's possible that this is a 1-2 and we just moon and we get this 5th here instead of B. right? We never got that fourth and fifth to the downside. We just got this box, an arc. What do we have here? So 3-wave. I mean, this could be just a 3-wave, and it probably is. And we get a continuation of whatever this or this is to the downside here. And then that way, why? Where are we at now on that cycle idea? Well, I mean, if this is W, I mean, could be that this is way wide, but again, we are coming down very correctively. We could be creating diagonal here as well, since we are the higher degree structure is what looks like a 5-way structure. So it's possible that it is already ended, but we did not hit any retracement targets, right? No. Not even close, yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna be watching this, I think. Do we have anything here locally? I mean, this is a potential play if we create a new low. Maybe we create a 5 here, retracement. There's nothing, no really areas of interest. Currently getting really good support on these weekly, daily, another weekly, daily cluster, and this what is this? Monthly VWAP. Yeah, if there was, I mean, there could be areas of interest here somewhere where I might be looking for a short, but only if we get another low here. I'll just set this alert here. If we just continue up, then we just do. Doesn't really matter. Microsoft coming down really nicely now. Nvidia, same, very similar. Currently looking like a 3-way structure. I would be expecting us to take out the liquidity from here to create some kind of 5, and then we could have another leg to the upside. Don't think, let's see, where were we at on Nvidia? Oh, everything is shifted because we had a contract switch. No, on Nvidia we had a stock split, right? We had somewhere in here, maybe it was 1 to 10th, 1/10 stock split. Yeah, 10th. Yeah, okay. Let's see if we can pull everything down. I feel like that is going to be close as what we can get. But yeah, we will already looking at this as a 1, 2, and these should be here somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extension. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, I mean, there is a chance that we're just creating clusters of 1, 2 to the downside that this just dumps and AI hype is over. But do I believe in that? I'm not quite sure. I'll set another alert on here. But I'm expecting one more low for on both the scenarios. If once we take out the liquidity here, I think either we continue to the upside, and this is wave 4 of summon, even wave 4 of this, and this is just internal like this, right? Or we have a 1, 2, 1, 2 where you could be looking for that should not take out again this high here. So let's see if we have any levels here. Again, for the short, depending where we are pivoting, 618 here with a, let's see, is that daily? That's a weekly here, untapped weekly. That is definitely an area of interest here. If we create a new low here, this, or we just go through here. You might want to be, or I might be actually looking for a long somewhere here. Not maybe even the daily here, because that is untapped. Something like this. And then if that pivots, I'm going to be looking for a hedge short somewhere here. I think that is a game plan on Nvidia. Here we actually looks like we did have a this expanded flat instead of anything, this being a start of anything. Again, this is the risk where you are creating, well, we actually never really created a fourth and fifth here, right? But this does look impulsive. At the moment, what we would want to see is taking out some of these consolidation blocks and then get into some support and go. This still is valid, I feel like. We hit a daily here. We found some resistance a couple times now. If we get into this monthly, maybe we can find another resistance there. Let's see if there is something here. Well, the monthly is still hitting with a point of control. So maybe a short in there. That would have to be very much more of a scalp. 3-way down, not really interested in that. Maybe a continuation to the upside, I feel like. But yeah, that's all I see on the stocks that I'm really following most at the moment. Check out some of the main cryptos. Bitcoin, I created a video on Counter and Capital on this. I can't even really remember when did Bitcoin create a 5-way structure that is so really good looking. So here would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we come back in 3, I'm going to be looking for longs. Again, the deeper it gets, the better risk to reward ratio you're going to be getting. 50%, around 50%, we're going to be having the range value area low with a monthly open from May that has been tapped multiple times. It has acted as a support many times. It could be still acting as support or maybe even a resistance. Who knows? We'll see if that happens. But again, if we are coming down into this level, I'd be keeping a stop loss kind of close, having like multiple trade setups, something like this, and then yeah, if that doesn't work, then I would be just looking for another area of interest, somewhere probably down here around 618. This might be even tucking the stop loss somewhere in here. Again, not the as good risk to ratios, but again, it's still really decent. And I would be probably taking both of these trades if one or the other fails. But again, first got to get that price down. We'll see if that happens. So that's Bitcoin. ETH is not as clear, unfortunately. We have a case for some kind of diagonal here. 1, 2, some kind of 3, 4, 5. Definitely not the best. As we have this consolidation, this could still be a way for before we get one more higher, where everyone maybe would be turning somewhat bearish here. If we are just taking out liquidity, we could get that push to the upside, especially on ETH and altcoins. We'll see how that turns out. Again, some of the cryptos altcoins are going to be having like similar 5-wave setups from the lows. So again, spreading the risk on these altcoins. Definitely going to be risking some money on these as well. Some of the better looking ones, right? That has decent 5-way structures like here. ETH, maybe not ETH, but no AVAX, because this does resemble more of a 3-wave, right? That's decent looking. Dogecoin, not really. I mean, this could be a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 3, 4, and 5. We would need that one more high with ETH to get that push. Shape definitely not. Looks like a 3. I would be just looking at the structures or assets that have given a decent extension here in comparison to the first structure, right? So don't really have a list yet, but I'm working on that list once we get that drop, and that's going to come out on Countertrend Capital again, as I did on the previous low, meaning this one here. Oh, what is this? Euro AUD. Why is this pumping so much? Oof. Okay. Well, that's that. Let's just look at gold and silver. I feel like I haven't been looking at those in a while. The BXY still possible. 3-wave up, or just a bullish case where we would have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then moon, and then we just come down a bit more, and then we could be creating a 1, 2, 1, 2. And yeah, that would be super bullish. Gold is just creating hollows here. It looks really nice. As in impulsive structures, this definitely looks more like a 5-wave than anything else. Extension wise, it's probably more of a 3. Yeah. The fast structures, though, give some kind of impulsive structures, in my opinion, or give out like characteristics of impulses. Wheat creating some new lows. What on earth is this doing? I don't even know. This does look like 5. The issue here is that it could be part of this, and we could be still in the 4th wave. It's so large that I don't think it's probable. This looks like a 5. This looks like a 5. The issue here is that this also looks kind of like a 5. Found support on top of wave 1. Maybe we could create an ABC of some sort here to get into this previous consolidation, and then I might be interested. For shorts, I would be interested in here. For longs, I would be interested in here. So I think I have a game plan set, although I don't really typically trade natural gas because that is very, very unpredictable and doesn't really line up too well with the Elliott wave structures. But both of these trades really look good in my opinion. But that's the only one that I found quickly here. Oil, let's see. Oil did have this V shape. Nope. I guess only one that looks like good. It's still looking like it is wanting to go up. Like, if we are just looking at, this is again total 3, which is excluding, it's the altcoin market. So from lows, December 2022, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the third, fourth. We had a chance of having this as a 3-wave and continuation from here, but obviously that did not happen. Wave 4 here, it did not break the previous wave 4, so it's still fine, and we are still within the limits. 382 here, and yeah, we're looking pretty decent. I'm still expecting one more high here overall on crypto, just based on the extensions here on both log scale here and arithmetic scale. Both are extended so much here that I'm really expecting that last leg up. Sometimes the fifth wave is really the largest. In here, 85 to that is 700%, and from here 200%. Well, not the largest, I guess, here. But yeah, it definitely, I'm really expecting one more high. And if we are coming down here soon, because this does look like some kind of file or impulsive structure, right? It could be that we are creating one more high, create some kind of consolidation back, and then we get that high or move. So gotta be patient on this one. We have been on this correction since March, so 113 days. Been quite a long March. Let's see, March 13th. So let's see the Bitcoin one. March 13th. Yeah, so that was this top here. So we've been in the same range as Bitcoin was, and the idea is very similar as in Bitcoin. Third, fourth, and this would be a wave 1, 2 of that fifth wave. So both very similar as a plan. So I'm really liking this because both are showing the same thing. But I think that is pretty much everything I had. I don't think. Hello. What up, Hazan? Oh, thank you. But yeah, I think that is the like what I would be expecting on macro. This would be the first of some last pump before we are getting a larger correction, but I don't think we need to be worrying about that yet. So, but yeah, that is everything. If you're interested in learning more about Elliott Wave and you're completely new beginner on Elliott Wave, check out my Patreon. There's a basics course in there, and if you're already experienced with Elliott Wave, you can check out my course here on Udemy, Elliott Wave and RSI Advanced course that includes RSI cycles and how I am using RSI with Elliott Wave to strengthen and get like a perspective on both and how they are fitting together that well, and of course the strategies that I'm using here. But that's all for this time. Again, if you enjoyed, hit the like and subscribe, and I'll see you again back next week. Bye bye.